monetary incentives, for example. Or you can motivate employees through recognition. Or a lot of companies motivate employees through fear. But our philosophy at Zappos is that there's a huge difference between motivation and inspiration. And if you can inspire your employees through a vision that has meaning to them, that has a higher purpose beyond just money or profits or being number one in the market, or if you can inspire your employees through core values and a culture where the company's core values match their own personal core values, then you can accomplish so much more, and you don't need to worry about the motivation part. So this is the evolution of our brand at Zappos. Mentioned in 1999, it was just about, let's just sell a lot of shoes. And in 2003 was when we decided to make our brand about customer service. And then in 2005 was really when we decided to focus on culture and formalizing our core values. And then in 2007 we decided, okay, let's refine our definition of what a great customer experience is. We really want customers to feel a personal, emotional connection with Zappos every time they contact us. And then in 2009, what we realized was the thing that ties all of these things together is it's really just about delivering happiness, whether it's to customers or employees or to vendors as well. So I want to tell another piece of story, and this one happened a few years ago at a Skechers sales conference. And Skechers is actually one of the brands that we work with, and this conference happened in Santa Monica, California. And I've never really hung out in Santa Monica before, so we did our business activities during the day. And then that night, a bunch of us decided to go bar hopping together in the Santa Monica area. And there were like a few people from Zappos and a few people from Skechers. We went to the first bar, and someone ordered a round of drinks. And then someone else decided to up the ante and order a round of shots. So we took the shots, we took the drinks, and then went to the next bar. And at the second bar, someone else ordered a round of drinks. And then someone else ordered a round of shots to pay back for the first round of shots that were ordered at the previous bar. And so we couldn't let the alcohol go to waste, so we took the shots and the drinks. And then we went to the third bar, and someone else ordered another round of drinks. I'm actually not sure exactly how many rounds of shots happened after that, but what I do know is that in California, last call is 2 a.m., and basically we were out going from bar to bar until eventually all the lights turned on and it was past 2 a.m. So we were walking home, and while we were walking home, one of the girls from Skechers was just talking about how she was craving a pepperoni pizza that she had seen on the room service menu before we started going out. And she says, oh, just can't wait to go back and order this pepperoni pizza. Like, I saw on the room service menu, it's on page 17 at the bottom right there, and who else wants pepperoni pizza? And we're like, okay, we'll have some as well. She's like, oh, I can't wait, this is just going to be the best pepperoni pizza ever, and I'm just starving right now. And, the walk was only 5 minutes, but it seemed much longer than that because she would not stop talking about this pepperoni pizza that she was craving. And so finally we wind up in the hotel room, and she calls room service, and then she hands the phone all rejected. And we're like, what's wrong? And as it turns out, room service in that hotel does not serve hot food after 11 p.m. And by then it was close to 3 a.m. already. And so Fred, who's works with me at Zappos, he and I, in our semi-inebriated state, suggested, hey, you know what? You should call Zappos. We're all about the best customer service. We'll take care of it. Just call Zappos. Yeah, they're all called Zappos. And to us, it was the funniest thing ever. And even though it was only the two of us laughing. And so she took us up on our dare and called and put it on speakerphone. The rep answered and said, thanks for calling Zappos. How can I help you? And the girl from Skechers says, oh, thank God you're there. I'm in the Santa Monica area right now. It's 3 a.m. and I've been drinking a little all night and been craving this pepperoni pizza. And it's on the room service menu, page 17 near the bottom. It says pepperoni pizza. But I called the hotel room service and they don't serve hot food after 11 p.m. I mean, what kind of hotel does not serve hot food after 11 p.m.? And they call it 24/7 room service. And is there anything you can do to help me? Well, first there was an awkward silence, and then the rep said, you know you called Zappos, right? We sell shoes, we sell clothes, we don't sell pizza yet. And yes, but I heard you're all about the best customer service, isn't it? And I'm literally creating this stuff on pizza. You just don't understand. And the rest of it, okay, hold on. And put us on hold, and then came back 2 minutes later with the list of the 5 closest places in the Santa Monica area that were still delivering pizza at 3 a.m. Now, I hesitate a little to tell this story because I don't want all of you to start calling Zappos and pizza from us. But I just think it's a fun story to illustrate that, obviously we don't have a process or procedure for late night drunk pizza orders. But I think it's just a fun way to illustrate that if you get the culture right and make sure everyone understands the long-term vision, then you don't need to come up with a process and procedure for everything. And most of the stuff like delivering great customer service or building your brand one phone call at a time just takes care of itself and happens naturally on its own. So I have some time for some questions, and I think there's someone that's going to run around with the mic. But while we're waiting for the first question, I want the rest of you to think about this outside of business, this question, because I'm going to come back to this in a few minutes. So just think about, what is your goal in life? And if anyone has a question, you can just walk around with the microphone right now.
Okay.
My name is Scott, and I have a simple question. You believe in happiness so much that you profess it, and you guys push it very hard in the company. Do you ever feel like anyone there is sort of just going along with the flow in the company instead of really staying with it?
Yeah, so our just over time, our recruiting team has gotten better and better. I mean, they used to kind of take it during the interview process. And we also, so there's a combination of things. One is our recruiting team has gotten better at it. The other thing is that a lot of the stuff that we consider important in interviews, candidates actually don't normally realize is important. They think the interview is when you set the door off, when you're in the conference room where you're being interviewed until whenever we step out of that. When a lot of candidates, for example, will fly into from another state, and our shuttle driver will come and pick them up, and that ride there is actually part of the interview process. They just don't realize it. And so it's more when they think they're off the record or off camera. That's what's important to us. Where at the end of the day, when we're done with the in-office interviews, what we really look at is if we go out to dinner or a happy hour, how do they act around us? How do they treat the waiter or waitress? And that actually, for us, is a lot more important. But even after we hire them, there are still some people that slip through the cracks. The 4-week training process at the beginning of their job, that's actually really more of an extended interview. And what we found is it's pretty hard to fake things for more than 2 or 3 months. At some point, people's true personalities do come out. And so that's why we actually, after the initial 4-week training, we have a month or so of what we call an incubation and so on. And then all those times are ongoing evaluations of employees as well.
Next question here, please.
Hi, I'm Pam Gould from Island One Resorts. How do you support that culture? I heard you talk about the Twitter education and creating that blog and all of that. Is there a person who is the support of that for your company that keeps that going, or do you divide it up?
I think the surest way to fail is if you make it someone's job responsibility, like one person's job responsibility, or even a committee's job responsibility. The only way it's going to survive for the long term and scale is if every employee views it as part of their job responsibility. And actually we do that when we do performance reviews. Performance reviews are 50% based on whether you're living up to the core values or inspiring the core values. As soon as employees don't view culture as, each and every employee stops viewing culture as part of their job responsibility, then the whole thing will just, that's basically the beginning of the end.
Next question.
Hey, Brent Britton. As a customer on the outside, the company is obviously amazing, and I must say, running what goes on